So it's tough.
That's for when you listen back.
Yeah, I know. I hate it.
You're welcome.
Hey. Welcome back to Two Peas in a Podcast. The worst podcast ever.
I don't even know why we're still here.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't even know why I'm around you. I hate you.
Yeah, I hate you too.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Starting off with a nigga dude.
Well, welcome back. We got our guest Brian here, head of socials,
Brian
Hey.
T.
who also sucks.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fucking
I suck big melons.
Hey.
Hey,
No, that's a positive thing. We're negative today.
is it? Oh, I mean, I don't suck big melons.
I don't.
This dude sucks small melons.
Yeah.
Beep. Anyway, we're here. We're doing a negative episode.
Yeah.
He was gonna say it.
We're gonna talk,
Say it.
and we're gonna try not to keep laughing every time we be negative.
No, we can still laugh. It's still a regular episode. We're just going to talk bad about stuff. We don't
Yeah.
have to actually be sad. That would suck. I would not want to listen to this episode.
It'd be really
again.
hard though because
That
we
would
keep
suck.
laughing.
That would suck.
Like I'm literally sitting here like trying to be negative, and then I'm just like
Yeah.
choking on my throat. Wait. What?
Wait.
What?
I mean, that's a negative side effect to whatever you're smoking.
I'm not smoking anything.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's the bad part.
smoking. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna talk bad things about certain stuff.
Yeah.
Bad stuff about certain things.
Yes. And that does it for this episode.
Yeah, nothing bad to say.
No, okay, so I guess we'll just start off with we always do like our top 10 or top 5 favorite things. Let's go with like our bottom 5 movies. Like what are like 5 of our least favorite movies or TV shows that we've ever seen. So we'll just start with that. Really simple basic question.
I'm gonna start off strong here with a movie that I've seen years ago. Couldn't finish it. And you probably know what it is because apparently it got a lot of praise.
Mm-hmm.
Not praise, but it was people liked it. I couldn't deal with it. It was called Wanted, the movie. It had James McAvoy
and Angelina
Jolie, Morgan Freeman, where he joins like this group of assassins or whatever.
I really like that movie.
I deadass could not stand James McAvoy in that movie.
Wow.
I had to. I had to stop watching.
You have spoken to me about your hatred for Wanted.
I couldn't do it.
And when she curves the bullet.
I even tried again later and still hated it.
See, I don't think that movie was that well received. Which
I heard it was. I heard it had like a 70% at least, 75.
I liked the movie, but yeah,
I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. It was bad. And then I saw James McAvoy in X-Men, and I was like, damn, this guy's good.
he can do it.
Oh, yeah, it has a 71
71
on Rotten Tomatoes. Well.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
I couldn't do it.
So
Yeah, no. Well, do if you want to, but
no. One of my least favorite movies I've ever seen, probably my least favorite movie I've ever seen, is Artemis Fowl.
oh yeah.
Brian, for the context, that movie legit gave me a heart attack.
Like the recent one.
Like, yeah, the one that came out in like I think it came out in 2020 or 2019 or something. And I watched it on Disney Plus during COVID. And I was watching the movie, right? And before I saw Artemis Fowl, I had just rewatched John Carter. Remember that movie, John Carter?
Yes.
Great. But Artemis Fowl, I'm watching it, right? And it's finally over. And I'm like, fucking finally. It's 4 a.m. I can go to sleep. I turned to my left to grab the remote off my table. And as soon as I made the full 90-degree motion, heart attack. Immediately.
Like a legit
full
heart
on
attack. Like a
chest
legitimate
pains.
one,
I could
yes.
barely breathe. I was shaking. I was cold, but also sweating profusely. And I went into my parents' room at 4 a.m. My mom is getting out of bed, getting her shoes on, ready to take me to the hospital or something. And my dad just takes me and squeezes me for like a good solid 2 minutes. And it was enough to stop my blood from flowing so quickly that it stopped my heart attack.
What?
But I legit had a heart attack watching that movie. I blame that movie.
Your body.
Oh,
said,
yeah.
How dare you make me sit?
That
through
movie,
this
it movie
terrible
was so
movie.
bad.
Yeah,
It literally,
dude, it was
literally almost
horrible.
It tried
But
to
not
kill
even
you.
just the heart attack. Like that movie actually is a big nothing sandwich. There's nothing funny in it. There's no cool action.
You were
The
hyped for that
CGI is
movie,
horrible.
too.
It's
I
based
was.
off books, isn't it?
Yeah, and it looked kind of like the trailers and the poster looked kind of cool. I was interested, and then I watched the movie, and anything that was somewhat cool in the trailers either got cut out or isn't as cool in the movie because of the scene around it. Horrible movie, disgusting.
I finally saw clips of that movie for the first time about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, "What the fuck is this poor CGI?"
Yeah, no,
I don't know
it's
what
so
was,
bad.
what was going on with the. I guess that was Artemis Fowl doing like hair was growing out of all places, and he was breaking into a safe.
really?
Yep. Yeah.
And
it
I'm
was all-
like-
Out of all places?
Oh yeah, 100%. It was pubes everywhere. I don't know what the hell was
Pubes?
going on.
Yeah, no, it
Artemis
was.
pubes.
And
Anyways, yeah.
I was excited too because the trailers made it seem like it was going to be like a new spin on like the Spiderwick Chronicles.
Right.
And that movie that came out like way back when is one of my favorites. Like I love rewatching that movie. It's one of my guilty pleasures.
Yep.
So I was like, "Oh, this has like kind of the same vibe based on the trailers. It's just not mythical creatures, it's like sci-fi."
People say the
version of
books
that.
are good. Artemis Fowl books are good.
I've heard that the books are good too. My mom said that the first one was really good. But the movie just had
Ass.
nothing. It had no sauce.
Just buns.
Yeah, it was
Sauce.
terrible. So yeah, that's one of mine.
Oh, me? Oh.
Oh, do you want to be a part of this?
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
you're here.
I
You
mean,
better.
I know you said you were gonna just sit back this time, but you're here. You might as well talk.
Yeah, if I have something to contribute, I'll throw something. I think recent movies that I saw that I was very let down. I want to say Monkey. I think
I
it's
haven't
called
seen
The
it.
Monkey.
Yeah.
The monkey.
Only because the trailers hyped the movie up to be like this really cool, unique horror movie where there's just gonna be death everywhere, very gory. It's very crazy out there, and I was like, "Oh, this seems cool." You know, I'm a horror fanatic, so I was very excited for this movie. I thought it was gonna be something different, but at the end of the day, it's literally just like a Final Destination ripoff, except there's just a
Yeah.
toy monkey involved.
Yeah, that I know. It's got a 77 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's on Disney Plus apparently. It's got a 5.9 out of 10 on Prime Video.
Oof.
Yeah, it just does not take itself serious at all.
Yeah, I heard from the director. He was like, "Oh, the deaths in like we were inspired by Final Destination, but in Final Destination, it's like supernatural stuff is causing these events."
Yeah.
He said with the monkey, he wanted the deaths to be super realistic and like actually possible. And
No
a lot of
log trucks
people,
in this one.
a lot of people said that as a movie it sucks, but some of the deaths are kind of like
Yeah,
make
I
it
mean,
worth it.
I'm a gore fan, so like I can appreciate some of the kills were pretty cool and unique. But then it gets to the point where like you can tell that that's all the movie wants to be about. It just wants to show off some crazy kills, and if that's fine, some people like that kind of movie. But I went into it full thinking that it was going to be like a horror movie with some crazy kills, and it just
Okay.
wasn't anything horror. It was
Yeah.
literally just.
So your expectations weren't met, but you're disappointed because you know it could have been.
Yeah, definitely could have been a lot more, and it was literally just you could literally put Final Destination: The Monkey on there, and people would be like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, it's definitely a Final Destination movie. Yeah, I see it."
No, I think did I hear something about a sequel happening
For the monkey,
for the monkey?
the monkey's fist, the monkey.
There is no sequel, but its ending leaves open the possibility, and there are other horror movies with similar themes.
Yeah, I mean,
A sequel could explore the monkey's origins, show the toy falling into new hands to focus on
first
body
monkey.
boss. So
yeah.
no
Midway
sequel.
through the movies, I got up and started playing Rivals, and I would look to my left to see the kills happening, and I'm like, yeah, pretty predictable. Yeah, okay,
You know
somebody else
what?
died.
So here's a crazy one for you. Speaking of horror, now I'm not saying this movie's bad. I'm just saying it's not. I thought about it. It's not as good as I thought it was when I first watched it. I'm going to talk about Weapons for a second.
oh, I haven't seen it.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet either.
Weapons is really good. I will say that. But it also like it has it has like a unique kind of premise.
Yeah.
But I feel like parts of it don't really use it too much.
Okay.
There's parts of it where it's like it was good, like but it wasn't like incredible. Like it wasn't a unique concept that they did incredibly. Like
Like
it
the
was,
story's cool,
it was-
but that they'll
it was
rely
a s-
on a zombie trope or something.
yeah,
like that.
but yeah, it was like
Yeah.
yeah. And I thought about this after like a while after I watched the movie. I was like, it wasn't as good as I thought it was.
Yeah.
It's still a
he
great,
said it.
it's
He
still
said it's
a-
bad.
he said
It's
Ooh.
still it's still high as far as movies of the year,
Okay.
but not as high up there as I thought it was.
Yeah. as
Is it
much
better
as
than
everyone's
Romulus?
saying.
No,
Ooh.
I don't think it is.
I think it's tough to say. I haven't even seen it, and I don't.
See, I'm
know.
expecting it to
Say-
be better than Romulus.
Seeing it seeing it was better than Romulus at first, and then after I thought about it, I'm like, I think Romulus did stuff better.
Okay.
Just because Romulus was great.
Romulus was fantastic. I want to rewatch it. I want to show Allie Romulus.
Yeah,
So
as
good.
much as I loved Weapons, I just think that there were parts of it that they could have pulled off and executed a little bit better to take advantage of the unique story and concept that they had.
Yeah.
But go watch it though. Watch it.
No,
I still
Yeah,
want to watch
still
it.
watch
I
it,
will watch it.
'cause
Where
it-
did you watch it on? Is it on a streaming service?
No,
or-
we rented it, I think.
Okay.
But it should be out on streaming by now.
Okay.
I think it's on HBO Max.
Okay. Well, if we're sticking with horror, I guess I'll do one. The recent, well, not recent now, but the reboot that they did for Chucky with Mark Hamill and Aubrey
Goofy?
Plaza.
Oh
The newest
my
one.
God! How can we forget?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. Oof, that
Wasn't it
was
PG?
rough. It was. I think it was PG-13.
Oof.
I think, and it was. I get what they were going for. They were trying to make it more modern with like the technology, and you know how
Chi-Chi movie.
and
You really
how
did this, and it-
you know if Chucky was made with
Like if he was a modern toy.
if he was a modern electronic toy and they do the thing where it was rated R. It was an hour and 30 minutes. It has a 64% on Rotten Tomatoes. But I just think, and this might just be my bias from the rest of the franchise, but I just think I understand it's basically what Megan is now. But Megan took it and made it funny,
Yeah.
like funny horror. And Child's Play was still trying to stick to that dark, horrifying themes of the originals, and it kind of did. But when you get 45 minutes into the movie, and shit starts to finally hit the fan, it's so boring because all it is Chucky just showing that he can be connected to these other electronics that are made by the same company. So it's basically Terminator. But worse. Mark Hamill does an okay job as Chucky, which disappoints me because I love Mark Hamill as an actor.
Initial announcement was pretty cool, but
Yeah, and he just throughout the whole movie, it does get a kind of like not like it just sounds like Mark Hamill after a while, which sucks because I know Mark Hamill's capabilities. Aubrey Plaza is a very nothing character, and then the main kid that they got, is way worse than the original one that they got. So just most of this movie is just kind of, it's like what you said with the monkey. It's just very much like some of the deaths are cool, and like Chucky like kills a cat I think in the movie and kills another kid that bullied him, but it's basically just not. It didn't live up to the expectation of the rest of the Chucky franchise,
Right.
For me.
And
So
didn't
that
they
was
change the whole
disappointing.
twist from it being supernatural to like actual malfunctioning?
Yeah,
to-
it's just it's an AI
which that
malfunction.
literally takes away so
the
much
point?
from
Yeah.
the suspense of the original movie was the fact that it was something unexplainable. It was some voodoo shit.
Yeah,
that,
that he
like, yeah.
literally like, Ashala, come Shembrula.
Yeah,
and
now
he,
it's just like he was
built that way.
yeah, he was just built badly.
Shambugala.
Yeah.
Hambugala.
So that disappointed me.
Oh.
So
No, the movie was bad. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, you saw it? Yeah.
I saw bits of it. So, and another movie I couldn't even sit down fully to watch. It was just bad.
No, it sucked. And again, the whole last 20 minutes are just nothing. I don't even remember if they set up a sequel. I don't remember it.
And this is,
I watched it a long
still Child's Play?
Child's Play 2019
2019. Okay.
is what it was. So disappointing.
Very disappointing.
Yes. What about you? You want to switch it up from horror or keep horror?
That's all I watch.
It is the spooky month.
It is. That's all I watch too.
Ooh.
And here's a little like hint,
No.
and I'm mentioning it because you said you like gore and stuff. For the Halloween episode, which is coming out on the 28th of October, a poster will be posted on Instagram at some point. But for that episode, we're going to be talking about the Saw franchise for the whole episode.
Holy
Beep,
shit.
beep, beep.
That's a lot.
Beep, 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 beep,
So
beep,
get
beep,
ready,
beep,
because that's me and
beep,
Josh's
beep,
favorite horror
beep, beep,
franchise.
beep, beep, beep,
is
beep,
Saw.
beep.
So go ahead. Something that disappointed you.
Something that
Or a
disappointed
movie that you
me.
genuinely hate.
A movie that I genuinely hate.
If you can't think, we'll...
Yeah, go to Josh. Give me another minute of buffer here.
All right. Well, I'm going to strive away mostly from horror here because I'm going to talk about one of my hot takes that I've mentioned.
Hot take.
It's a hot take that I've mentioned to you. I don't know if I've
it hot
mentioned
in
it
here?
on here, but I know I've mentioned it to you. I think I probably
Caliente.
mentioned it on here. A movie that I tried to watch and couldn't finish. That's beloved by a lot of people. It's Edward Scissorhands.
Yes, you did tell me this recently.
I know people love that movie. You love it,
I do.
and people say it's awesome. It's a great movie. I just could. I got through 5 minutes and had to turn it off.
Wow.
It's a movie that's honestly,
I was
only
like-
aged well due to nostalgia.
I watched it and I'm like, it's just too weird for me.
I understand it because it is very, like, obviously Tim Burton has his own style, but Edward Scissorhands is Tim Burton at his most Tim Burton, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Because
because
it is so very, like, it's such a different movie. Like, if we
Yeah.
had it on a tier list, it would be in its own category.
I mean,
because
as
it's
much as
so,
I would
like, it's
want
not
to
a
try
thing.
and watch the whole movie, I can't do it. It's too.
Yeah.
The first
I
5-10
understand.
minutes that I watched was like, this is too weird for me. And
It's
I had
like
to-
the live action version of Nightmare Before Christmas, where it's more praised and it's held up more because of its iconicness and nostalgia. Like, yes, Nightmare Before Christmas is an amazing movie. Is it like the greatest movie on earth? Like people, no, I wouldn't say so. I mean, Danny Elfman did a great job with a lot of the score there, but I think there's far better Halloween or Christmas movies out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Edward Scissorhands, I think it falls in the same category. Like, it was a good movie for its time. Like Sean said, it was definitely a movie that stood out for its time too. It was
Yeah.
what's his face at his peak.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton at his peak, like with his weirdness and his
Yeah.
characters casting and just being all out there and just.
Yeah, it's. I
When you
don't
go back and watch it
I
now,
mean-
and it's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
Fever
I
dream?
mean-
Yeah.
I mean, Johnny Depp, I'm sure, was probably fantastic in the lead role,
He did.
and Winona Ryder too. But
And you know what's crazy? Johnny Depp really does really well in that role. And honestly I don't think he has any speaking lines. He does not speak the whole movie.
I mean,
He said a
minor.
few-
He says a
with-
few
he said a
things
few,
very
he said a
shyly.
few lines.
Yeah,
in-
he says
in-
a few things here and there, but he doesn't ever get, like, Johnny Depp, he
Yeah.
always, in Tim Burton movies, has, like, a monologue,
Yeah.
or, like,
Yeah.
an entire thing.
But I don't know. I just I couldn't put myself through it. I was like, this is a little too weird for me.
I couldn't watch it again, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a movie that I wouldn't mind passing.
And going back to Nightmare Before Christmas, that's a movie that I know it's beloved by everybody, but I just feel like you can't watch it unless it's Christmas or Halloween.
I agree.
I'll give you that. Yeah, it is one of those,
Yeah.
like right now, like,
take.
once it hits October, you can watch the movie from there all the way to
Christmas.
like January 1st.
Yeah.
Like I think even a New Year's Eve, because it's like a holiday movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, from January all the way back up until October, you don't really.
Yeah, like, why are we watching this?
Yeah, like some of the songs you might listen to here and there because they're fun songs, but like
Yeah.
you're not gonna sit down and watch the movie in the middle of July.
You feel
Yeah.
weird singing the music.
Yeah.
At a time.
But I don't bash the movie for that either, because it's not like you're gonna sit down and be like, I'm gonna watch the Santa Claus in May. Like,
Well, there's
if
people who
it's those people need to die.
Jesus Christ.
But
Yeah, no one watches. No one watches. No one watches Rudolph in the middle of August.
Or you die.
yeah, like that's just you just don't like. But I understand why some people don't like that movie. I love it. I think it's one of the best holiday movies out there. But yeah, another movie. Obviously, this one's not even. I don't even really need to talk about it. This is the only one of the few movies I didn't finish. The Emoji Movie.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I got 10 minutes in, I turned it off. I was like, let me try again. I got 5 minutes in, turned it off. And then eventually there was one point I got a whole hour in and I said, fuck me, I'm going to kill myself. So I turned it off and never finished it.
I finished it, and it's when the movie's over, you literally just sit there staring at the screen, and you're like, wow, that was really a movie that someone wrote and animators animated.
And a studio paid to get that made.
Like people legit looked at this script and was like, yeah, just send it through.
It was Sony's answer to Wreck-It Ralph, and boy howdy did they fail hard.
And what's
Oh,
crazy is
Sony.
the animation is actually good.
Yeah,
So
that was
it's like-
another. And I love TJ Miller. I think he's really funny, but he did nothing in this movie.
It was wild. The script was stupid. The characters were stupid. Everything was
Yep.
stupid. But like,
Yeah.
it was well animated, and that's what's insane.
Yeah. You could tell there was a lot of effort put into it, but man, oh man, it did not. Dude, they cast Sir Patrick Stewart as a poop emoji,
Yeah,
which I get it. It's like kind of funny.
it should have been
but-
cringe the movie. Like,
Yeah.
but-
It should have been unreleased. That's
yeah,
what it should have been.
100%.
It should have been dead on arrival.
Yeah.
I think they. I don't think they even wanted to release it.
And it's crazy when they actually try to hit those emotional feels in the movie, where it's like, I'm a smiley emoji, but I'm gonna be more than just a smiley emoji, and it's like, holy shit, they're really trying to take themselves serious.
They're trying so
They're
hard.
really
Yeah,
trying.
they're trying so hard.
But you can't do that because you have T.J. Miller in the leading role, and then you have James Corden as the comedic relief.
I hate. I
As a
fucking.
hand.
I fucking hate James Corden.
Yes, I think all of us do now.
I legit
James
despise
Corden, fan of the
that
show.
guy.
It's just,
Yeah, shout out to our biggest fan, James Corden. Fuck you.
you know, since we're on that train of like animated movies, another one that I personally do not like, I think I actually hate it. Like it comes on screen and I'm like, bro, I fucking hate everything about this. Hotel Transylvania.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
I think the first.
Now I've
one
never
is
seen
good.
it. I've never seen it.
God, does that movie make me cringe so hard to the point that like my bottom jaw hurts. Like I have to like use a massager to loosen it. It is so badly animated and cringy and stupid. I cannot.
But I think those are what you have to remember. It's an animated Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, you can tell. You can definitely
Yeah,
tell.
look at 8 Crazy
But
Nights.
I think for what that is, it's good. 8 Crazy Nights is fucking awesome. Don't you ever.
You
That's
would
what I'm
say that.
saying.
Don't you ever bring that up?
You
in this
would say
episode.
that.
Yes, 8 Crazy Nights. Bum bitty bitty bitty
But
bum.
you know why he would say it, right?
Why? Because he's a... Never mind.
Say it.
Okay, so I actually like 8 Crazy Nights. That movie is fantastic.
See, it's good.
I've spent 8 Crazy Nights at home.
So wait, do you not like 8 Crazy Nights?
I've never seen 8 Crazy Nights.
You
No.
need to watch that.
Yeah, you would like it.
Is it Bavaria?
Hotel Transylvania should have just been that type of animation, but instead
I'll give you this. I think Hotel Transylvania, they made it a franchise, right? They gave it a show, they gave it sequels and whatever.
Oh, God,
it should have
so-
stayed as one contained thing, which is like another movie I'm gonna say later that I'm gonna get a lot of hate for. But Hotel Transylvania should have stayed one solid movie and stopped there.
Yeah.
But then they made it a franchise, and now the first one is the only good one. But even then, knowing where the story goes makes the first one sour. I understand that.
the first one is only good now because the other two are so bad.
Yeah.
that
Yeah, see,
you
that-
can't really.
Yeah, it's like the Thor movies. Like the only reason Thor: Love and Thunder is second is because Thor 1 and Thor: The Dark World are worse.
Yeah, god awful.
Like Love and Thunder is only slightly better than The Dark World, but that's only because you see Chris Hemsworth booty cheeks.
Yeah, I just can't with Hotel Transylvania. It's just
Well, now it makes me not want to see it more. Not that
Hotel
I
or
Hotel Transylvania.
but you haven't seen it?
Nope.
Well, you're not missing out.
I mean, you're not really of the age range to see.
Good, because I don't want to watch.
I didn't even know that was Adam Sandler until the credits rolled. By the way,
It fucking looks like him. Are you serious? The big head.
I mean,
Looks
yeah, but
like
like
him.
that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that was my recent negative take.
Yes, Josh, you got another one? I think we're gonna go down one more time saying things we're disappointed with, and then we're gonna switch it to.
I do, but
something else,
what was it? Oh,
if you need me to go.
I know what it is. I don't hate this movie, but I don't think it's as great as everybody says it is. There's another Tim Burton movie, Corpse Bride.
I think it's. I haven't seen it in so long. So
It's
hard for
okay.
me to judge.
People like adore that movie, kind of like Edward Scissorhands, and I'm like, it's okay at
It's
best.
a very mid movie. I do think some of the hype
Yeah.
around it is a little crazy, but obviously, it hits a specific audience, and that audience loves it. And
The
that's
goth
great,
mommies.
but yeah. Like every Halloween, there's at least a Corpse Bride couple somewhere in the crowd.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like I understand the cultural impact it had, but yeah, I think it's a mid movie. I agree with you on
I think
that.
there's just a lot of Tim Burton that I don't really care for.
People took that movie as like a
Charlie and the
spiritual
Chocolate Factory,
successor
on the other
to
hand.
Nightmare Before Christmas, and I
Yeah.
think that's why people were like
They were
all over
expecting
it,
a
yeah.
lot more.
Yeah.
And didn't get it.
It was literally received, and people were praising it like it was like spiritual successor to that. But it was all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
It had some cool animation parts that were neat to see, in that style.
I would
of
put
animation,
Corpse
but,
Bride on the same level as Frankenweenie. They're, like,
See, I've
very
never seen
mid
Frankenweenie.
movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was pretty mid.
they're so mid, and like there's the idea is cool, but execution it was just like whatever.
I do like the theory that Corpse Bride, Frankenweenie, and Nightmare Before Christmas are
Are
all
all
the
connected?
same. Are all connected. Yes.
Yeah,
think there's like a theory of that too, especially with the dog in Frankenweenie. Is he supposed to be like theoretically zero or something?
Yeah,
because
like the nose and the shape of the face.
Then I think those are just fans pulling at strings at this point. You know,
yeah, they're just
grasping at straws.
Yeah, it's their only topic to bring it up and be like, oh, did somebody say Nightmare Before Christmas? Did you know that technically the Corpse Bride?
Well, I'm
takes
Mr.
place
Fantastic. I'm stretching these goddamn theories.
Fantastic. Okay, yeah, no, Josh, I agree with you on that one. So my next one, man, I fucking hate Despicable Me and the franchise that they have. I hate them.
You know?
I think the first one is mid, and the rest of them, if they didn't exist, we'd be in a much better world.
You know what? I have to.
We really would. I think the Minions are the worst thing to ever come out of any movie ever.
I have to agree with you on that.
They are everywhere still, somehow. I hate the Minions with my soul.
You know what I hate the most about it?
What?
The fucking song.
Oh my god, dude. I love
Pharrell's happy.
Listen, Pharrell Williams, good on you for getting paychecks, but dude, he has done a song for every Despicable Me movie, and that's great that he's getting to pay his bills. But like, dude.
Was Happy in the second one?
I don't even care.
I don't even know.
I don't even care.
I don't know. I think they're a little overhyped, a little overrated. The Minions are really fucking annoying.
Yes.
Especially a whole movie with them dedicated to them. I cannot.
There's
like,
three.
It's just,
there's 3 Minions movies.
yeah, it's just too much.
Why?
Especially all the moms like dressing up as them, decking out their minivans with them. Like, cool for you, but like they're everywhere. They're annoying.
Yeah, man.
I don't even think my son. I think I tried to put him on for my son. And he's like, whatever. He don't really care for him. I think he did at first.
Good.
But then me, like when he was trying to watch the first movie, I just couldn't. I was like, turn this shit down. Like they're so annoying.
Yeah, I have to agree.
I hate the Despicable.
There's definitely way too many movies than there should be about them.
Those movies are very despicable.
Between the movies, the shorts, the series, they got so much. They have way too much. And like you said, they're still prominent. They're still around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between toys
And
and
it's been
movies.
around for like over 10 years. Like, let it go.
The only good part about the first movie is the villain, Vector.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that makes me want to watch that movie again.
The first one does have some iconic, memorable scenes, some funny here and there. But then they just kind of went overboard with it with the next movies. It's like,
and
okay,
then they
we
gave him
get
a
it.
twin brother played by Steve Carell also. They gave him a wife. He had a baby at some point.
And the first one was good because you had a
Minions.
balance. You had the little girls, you had Gru, you had Vector, you had the Minions, you had the other evil scientists that worked for Gru. You had enough cast there to balance where it wasn't just the fucking Minions.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, just shut up.
Yeah, it's stupid.
They're like this generation's Alvin and the Chipmunks movies because those movies were just as bad and annoying. Don't you dare defend those movies. Don't you dare defend those.
Listen, I'll defend the first one.
No.
But the rest of them are ass.
Yeah.
Bro, that first one is good.
This is coming from someone who grew up on the Alvin and the Chipmunk cartoons. They were great. Even the animated movies, they were great.
Yeah,
I think
Live action movies were fucking
I think the first one was good when we were younger.
Yes.
No, I still think it's good.
Christmas.
Oh my god.
Time for toys.
I want to pull my eyes out of my
Justin
socket every time.
I know.
It's
It's Justin Long. That's Alvin.
that's crazy.
And
Anyways,
fucking Matthew Gray Goobler is fucking Sandra from. And then Jesse McCartney was
Jesse McCartney?
Theodore. Yeah.
I guess that'll be my
The beautiful soul singer.
Alvin
was
movies?
Theodore.
The
The
Alvin and the
Chipmunk
Chipmunk
movies?
live action movies were god awful.
No, dude, the first one is good for what it is.
What Despicable Me is to you now was what Alvin and the Chipmunk was to me when they first came out. Like they were everywhere on the radio.
I'll tell you
my
what was
God.
awful.
What's
All 3 of the Star Wars sequels.
Damn,
Ooh, that's tea.
that's an
And I
episode
don't
in
agree
itself.
with you at all.
That's an episode in itself, to be honest.
Yeah.
I half agree
For
with you.
context,
We need to make a Star
hold
Wars
on.
episode.
For context, I shouldn't have went and said it like that.
Yeah, because that was a crazy take. I'm not gonna lie.
I need to now. I need to
to
throw
fight you.
Now I need to throw context in there. So, Rise of Skywalker was actually awful.
Yes. Okay. We all agree on that.
The Last Jedi was good. That was the best one of the 3. Force Awakens was mid. Now I will say Last Jedi is the best one, but also compared to 2 out of the 3 prequels and the 3 in the original trilogy, it's like down here. It's like bottom tier. I think
story-wise,
I think of the remaining 6 from the prequels and the originals, the only one of those that falls below Last Jedi is Attack of the Clones.
Sean, you're writing Solo here because I'm almost in a full agreement with him.
The
writing for those 3 movies
people hate
mid.
on the Phantom Menace, right? I love the Phantom
Menace is great.
Revenge of the Sith is great.
Amazing.
The
My
original
favorite.
3, are classics.
See, the Clone
You
Wars...
don't like The Force Awakens?
No,
like,
I
at
don't.
all.
At
all.
It's okay.
You like The Last
mid.
Jedi better than The Force Awakens?
Yeah, I do.
They murdered the character of Luke Skywalker in Last Jedi.
Yeah, they murdered Han Solo in Force Awakens.
That's
they
fine.
did.
That's fine because that's where his character arc was supposed to lead him to make Kylo Ren become the Vader that he wanted to be because he looked up to Darth Vader.
Okay.
Luke Skywalker is the main character of all the other 6 movies.
Yeah,
basically.
and he went out with a bang.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
Yeah, I think he did.
No, this man was secluded on an island by himself, being an old homeless bozo until Rey showed up, and then even then, Luke Skywalker was like, "I want nothing to do with you. I want to die alone on this island, having done nothing with my life other than kill my own father."
Classic
And then he started
cinema.
drinking alien titty milk.
Yes, and then he forced. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. The ending of that movie, right? Is it the ending of Last Jedi where he force projects himself onto that
Yes,
planet?
yes.
That was badass. I loved that.
That's why I say he went out
The
with a bang.
rest of Luke Sky. Okay, then that makes sense. More. So
that's what I was gonna get at. I was like, the writing in all 3 movies in the last trilogy was mid to like really
The
bad.
writing was not great.
But some of the digestible Star Wars content that was out there,
yeah.
like some of the I can't even speak. Like some
See,
of the
to-
fights,
to me-
lightsaber stuff.
I'm
me-
sweating.
Like
was good.
I'm sure people would agree on this. Rise of Skywalker completely undid the legacy of Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The Rise of Skywalker was a.
Last
abysmal.
Jedi was a unique take on Star Wars.
Okay.
They
I'm
should've
not-
almost-
I don't think it's a necessarily good unique take, but it is a unique taste.
I just think it's better compared to obviously Rise of Skywalker. But to me, I don't know. I've seen Force Awakens enough now, and I'm like, this is a mid movie.
Yeah, they're all pretty mid in terms of writing. But like I said, there was some cool stuff. Some of the fights were cool.
There's
some
cool
of the lights,
stuff, yeah. I will
Bro,
agree with you on that. There's cool stuff.
Introduction to Kylo Ren in Force Awakens. When
Kylo Ren is probably the only cool thing
when
in
he's-
that whole trilogy.
I'm
and
not
they,
saying
look,
the entire movie
and they
was
watered
bad.
him down
I'm-
midway
I'll tell
through.
you
like,
look.
there was cool stuff that happened like that, for example.
Yes, I think Force Awakens.
I just mean overall.
By the way, we're all standing up at this point. We're about to throw fists.
No, I'm sweating. This is. I knew. I was.
Yeah,
always,
my anus.
I'm gonna flip this table.
I was telling.
My
Josh,
asshole is bleeding right now.
I was telling Josh. I was like, there's gonna be something that we talk about on the podcast that will get us heated, and I don't know what it will be, but it will come.
Oh,
I
I'm
guess
heated.
Star Wars is where it's at, which is funny because I don't even find myself to be a big Star Wars fan. I still haven't finished all of them. I still have to see the last prequel movie.
You have to see Revenge of the Sith.
and I have
yes.
to see Rogue One.
You
Damn,
have
the
to
best,
see Rogue
well,
One.
one of the best.
Yeah, I
ones.
haven't seen
See,
Rogue One yet.
he hasn't even He's telling me that fucking.
But Force Awakens of the other trilogy, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker, I think Force Awakens is better than both of them combined.
I can't agree with you on that. I'm sorry.
Really?
Can't do it. Even though there's cool stuff in the movie, overall it's mid.
They gave Luke Skywalker the Yoda treatment.
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
Cause why not?
It's Luke fucking Skywalker, one of the most, probably the most powerful Jedi on the fucking
best-
And
universe.
think about what he's been through.
Who gives a damn?
I do.
He is the most powerful.
Wait,
Let
I'm
him
confused.
not be sitting
You're
on
okay
an
with
island.
what they did with him or not?
No, I don't like what they did with Luke.
And you're
in the
okay
Last
with what
Jedi.
they did with him?
Yes. Think about what Luke was through. I think all he wanted to do at this point was be retired and be away from it.
Yeah, but the problem is we never got what we wanted to see up until Mando. I think Mando showed what we wanted from Luke for fucking decades, which was him being a badass Jedi, finally, donning the skills and lineage that he's come from. And I think Mando did that when he saves...
I haven't
see-
seen it, but
but
I do
see-
know the scene
Oh
you're
my
talking
But
about.
see,
I know the scene
I
you're talking
think
about.
he reached that peak level in Return of the Jedi.
Compared to everybody else, that's a pretty shitty peak then. I think his peak was in... You got to go back and watch that episode of Mando. Because that's what we...
I know that
But
scene.
see, I
Yeah,
haven't
know
seen.
that
I
scene.
haven't seen Mando.
You need
though.
to see that. 'cause
It's almost
that's-
like the Darth Vader scene.
That's
where, like,
what we've... I think speaking of what most of the fans wanted from Luke, that's what we fucking wanted. And we didn't
Yeah,
get that
no,
in the
that I
recent
agree.
trilogy, which sucks. I'm
But
like,
that's my other thing is like, fine, look, ready, fine, I'll agree. What they did with Luke is fine, right? Have him be on his own island, wanting to retire, be
turned him
old
into a bitch.
and Grady. But I don't think you're allowed to do that unless you show us what made him want to do that. Because all we've seen based on only the movies is he was this kid who got picked to be the chosen one, or he was born the chosen one. He got told he was the chosen one.
Fell in love with
Then
his sister.
Fell in love with his sister, and then realized it was his sister. Then he found out that the guy that he has to kill is his father. So then he goes and fights his father. Then he disappears for a while to train a little more. Comes
Wait, he
back.
brings his father back from the dark side.
Yes, eventually turns his father, and then the next time we see Luke, technically canonically in the movie franchise, is he's on an island, old and wanting to not do anything.
Because
With
the
the
last,
aliens he didn't
because he was training new students, and the one that became Kylo Ren was one of them.
Yes, but we
They
didn't see
fucking
that. We are told that.
Fucked him up.
Yeah, I think they only showed it in flashbacks.
Yeah,
I don't even
did.
think they showed flashbacks.
They,
They
showed,
showed-
they
no,
showed
they
like
showed
minor,
flashbacks,
like
yes.
literally almost like in a
then
dream
that's-
sequence flashbacks.
Then I guess that's fine.
He didn't want to put himself.
No,
through
it's
that
not
again.
fine. I agree
But
with
like,
you. They didn't,
but that's it. That's what made him want to be like, nah, fuck this. I'm a horrible Jedi.
yeah, I agree. That was really dumb.
Right? Like that's not a good enough excuse for you.
Not
to
your
wanna be
father
a
being an evil
widow.
dictator taking over the world. Like
That was fine. You killed you've changed your father and you're like, yeah, I'll take this medal. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'm gonna train these new Jedi, and one of them becomes one of the most evil.
Oh, no, one of them is
dark, like,
emo.
Siths.
Ugh.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna go hide on this island and drink titty milk from this alien.
Well, didn't,
Like, what
didn't
the-
Kylo kill the rest of them though?
yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
I think he did.
He did.
Then why didn't Luke stop him? Oh, because he's not strong enough. Oh, but he took on Darth Vader, who's stronger than Kylo Ren.
And he's
I
stopped
think
power
he,
scaling
I
his
think
shit.
no, I think he tried to stop him by not trying to convince him, and
He
it
was
didn't work.
drowned in the guilt of what he turned this kid. I don't know.
All right.
Let's go drink titty milk.
Seeing as how this conversation went, I like this. We're gonna switch
Look,
topics,
you don't
though.
have to.
All right, everybody
look,
sit the fuck
I'm just
down.
gonna end it this way. You don't have to agree with me on anything,
No, I know, but
but
I like
I'm
that
not
we're
changing my opinion either.
Okay, I just like the discussion we're having. It's nice, but I want to save some of this
And I
for
will
a
say,
Star Wars
I will
episode.
say, if there's one thing we can agree on that sucks about the trilogy, it's Rey.
Yes.
I fucking hate Rey.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
She's
Rey
the-
is a
It should have
horrible
been, it
main
should have been
character.
Finn.
Yeah.
Yes, it should have been Finn.
And they fucked him
actually.
up too.
Yeah, they ruined
They
Finn.
ruined
bad.
Finn. He was good in Force Awakens, and they fucked him up in the other two.
Finn is one of the good things about Force Awakens.
Yes. That
She's
I
the
will agree
Kamala
with.
Khan
And
of
one-
Star Wars. Like, we don't fucking want her. Stop trying to shove her down our throats.
yes.
Get her out of her face.
Rey is like the worst main protagonist you could ever have in a movie.
And then
And
they're
they
like,
made her a Palpatine.
yeah. And then they're like,
Yes,
well, let's
and then
keep
they fucking went
buffing
and made her
her.
a
and-
Palpatine.
But then they also made her a Skywalker. So it's like fucking pick one.
No,
I think
they didn't make her Skywalker.
She made
herself a Skywalker.
No,
That
self-proclaimed
fucking
Skywalker.
cunt. That fucking
Self-proclaimed.
cunt Rey made herself a Skywalker.
Yeah, she did.
Like, bitch, shut
no,
up.
I think it would have been crazy if she was on that planet, right? And it's like the audience is like, oh, she's gonna become like a good Jedi. I think it would have been crazy if they were like, oh, Rey what? And she said Rey Palpatine, and then the music could
No,
go.
you know what would be better if she didn't say anything. If it just ended.
I mean, I guess, but if you're gonna,
That would have been better.
But if you're gonna have a twist, at least make her accept that she's now a Sith, and make her the next Sith Lord.
If they should have made her a Kenobi, I'm sorry. They should have made her a Kenobi.
Yeah.
That
So-
would have been
so I guess-
that would have
that
been
too.
10 times better.
That's better. Yeah.
TLDR, I guess, is the things that they started to build up that were interesting, like Poe's story, Finn's story, Kylo's story, was
And I
all
will
leading
say,
to be great,
the
but then they all
and I
fucked
will
it up
say,
at the
the
end.
Last
fumbled
Jedi did ruin Finn.
Yes.
It completely tarnished his character's reputation.
They did nothing with Poe.
They did nothing with
Yeah,
Poe.
he just disappeared at some point. Look, I'm not even gonna lie. When the Rise of Skywalker was coming out, I'm not gonna lie, I was hype as fuck for Palpatine. Like Palpatine coming back was crazy
that was
to
cool.
me.
Yeah.
They did nothing with
I
it.
Then
just,
they ruined him. Yeah, and they
I'm
made
just
him nothing.
saying my feelings after each movie is the reason why I'm saying this. Like
'Kay.
how I felt after Force Awakens, I was like
Y'all remember Snook?
how I walked out of
Remember Snook? You can look at Josh's face. Yeah. That's all I had to say. Triggered.
Yeah.
we don't talk about
That's exactly, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck was he meant to be?
we don't talk
Sean,
about Supreme
get out of here.
We don't talk
Go
about-
watch Rogue One.
we don't talk about Supreme Leader Joke.
Yeah, fucking joke is what he was. God damn.
But
whatever.
yeah, I'm not again. I'm not saying Force
Did you
Awakens
drink
was
that
a bad
Sprite?
movie. There were parts of that movie that I did like.
Yeah.
I just thought overall
All right. Well,
it was mid.
this is your little teaser
Especially
for the
Princess
Star
Leia
Wars episode.
floating mid-space.
Let's stop
I'm
here.
going to finally watch the last prequel movie,
Revenge of the Sith.
The Revenge of the Sith, and then I'm gonna watch Rogue One.
One.
And then if Brian, it seems like you want to come back for that,
We need to have Brian in for
we
that.
will do the Star Wars episode with you.
Y'all need to watch Mandalorian.
I know.
It is the best.
I gotta watch
I am
Mando.
telling you, it is the best. Coming from I've watched all the movies. I've watched just about everything. It is the best media of Star Wars that is out there.
That's one thing that I
best.
also don't like about Star Wars is now it's a TV show franchise.
But I
is
think it's the
annoying, but-
best way to do it because there's so much world building and there's so much ties in with Star Wars.
I
think
always
you
say-
can't do enough in a
I
movie.
say I have even though I haven't watched it yet, I do say Mando is kind of like the epilogue to Star Wars. Like there was Return of the Jedi, right? And then Mando's after that, right?
Mhm.
That's like the perfect like epilogue to the Star Wars franchise.
You watch Mando and you're like, why can all the movies be like this? Literally.
Okay.
The writing is good. The characters are well written. The action is amazing. The drama is amazing. I don't even know how to just. It's everything you would want out of a Star Wars movies is just well done in Mando. And I thought it took me a while to get into Mando because it's just everybody was overhyping it. There were spoilers left and right.
Yeah.
So, but I finally sat down and watched it.
I haven't seen all of Andor, but I liked Andor.
Andor, I
You're
heard
gonna
is-
love Mando. I am telling you. It is,
I liked Andor. And
Like,
I
I
know
get the hype
Andor I
behind
know
Mando.
Andor leads into Rogue One.
Like I was one of those guys who was like, oh my god, everybody, the way, stupid show. Let me watch this show. And then I watched it at the end of like episode 3. Like you just panned to me wearing the full Mando outfit. I was like, yes.
I like
No way.
I liked Andor and I liked Andor and I liked the Clone Wars.
Yeah. Oh, Clone Wars is amazing. It's crazy.
The,
Everything else
the
they make out
movie,
bet the movies.
the movie and the show.
Yeah.
I like the Clone Wars.
So watch Mando, Rogue One, and I feel like you guys will have a different whole mindset on Star Wars. And
Yeah, we will do that.
I will
We
watch. I will watch Mando.
We will catch up on.
You know what
most
I'm gonna
things
do?
Star Wars, and we will bring you back.
You know
for
what
a
I'm gonna
Star Wars
do?
episode.
I'm gonna
Star
attempt to
Wars.
watch at least season 1 of Mando by the next time we record.
I guarantee you that after season 1, I'm not gonna have to push it on you. You're gonna be like, sorry guys, I gotta catch up.
How many? There's 3 seasons.
There's
of Mando?
3, yes, and
I
now
think
the
it
movie
goes.
coming
It
out.
goes.
The movie comes
It
out
goes
next year,
season
right?
1, 2. Then it goes Book of Boba. Or
do you
Book of
have
Fett
to
or
watch
whatever.
Book of Boba Fett?
Not
though?
really, because
Okay.
I went through all 3, and then I found out that you were supposed to watch the Book of.
Well, apparently
Fett or whatever.
nothing like Boba Fett does nothing in the Book of Boba Fett. It's mainly just like a Mando show.
It tells you.
Okay.
It kind of bridges the gap as to how he's in Mando
Okay.
Oh, all right.
without spoiling too much.
Well, because he was in season 2 of Mando, and then Book of Boba Fett came out, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of sets up season 2 that we already
But
watched.
if you blitz through all 3 seasons, you'll be fine. You're not gonna. Be
Okay,
lost.
all right.
Sick.
Because I was like, I don't know if I want to watch Book of Boba Fett because I heard it wasn't that great.
It was alright. It's just compared to Mando, you're like, I wanted more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by the next time we record, I'm gonna attempt to watch at least season 1.
Okay.
It's good.
So expect.
But no one, if you're saying if it's as good as you say it is, I might binge all 3.
Yes.
We'll see.
I have a feeling you
Okay,
will.
so I don't know because we've got a lot of stuff planned, and also the holidays are coming up. So probably not this year, but probably beginning of next year, we will have a Star Wars episode that we will record.
Okay.
Star Wars special.
So
And we will end talking about Star Wars right
right
now.
here, yes. But one thing I wanted to talk about in the negativity episode was we talked about movies that we just don't like, but there are movies that we like that have bad things in them.
Like weapons.
Sure.
True.
So I guess what we can do is we can go through movies that we really love, right? So like if we want to go through our top 4 favorite movies and talk about one or a couple of things that we just don't like from that movie, you know? So I'm going to open my Letterboxd.
But yeah, it's in
Brian,
my
you should
fucking...
get Letterboxd.
I really should. Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you?
It'll
this
help
in
for
a
my retention.
Yeah, because like look, if you
Motherfucker.
look, this is my profile. That's my top 4 favorite movies of all time. And then you can even go, if you scroll, you can see all the movies you ranked and what you gave them. And you can even sort them by year. You can sort them by ranking. You can leave your own review that people can also look at. It's
Yeah,
it's like a social media page for movie nerds.
No, I'll definitely do that because just for the sake of like, I watch a lot of movies and then I tend to forget which movies I did watch. So just for the sake of like having
Yeah,
a
like-
refresher of what I've watched,
Like even then, like I can look at you right now and say, oh, well, I mean, of the ones I've ranked, I have seen 700 movies.
Right.
And, like since I opened the app and ranked shut.
Even if I go in here and just start adding the movies I've watched and later rank them, just like I said, for my sake of how my memory is, I just need something to help me retain.
My only issue with Letterboxd is that you can only rank up to 5 stars.
Is it an app or?
It is an app.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Say less.
Yes. I think it's.
Say no more.
I think it's letter and then boxed, but it's BOXD.
They should sponsor us.
Yes, sponsor please.
Please.
So Josh, do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. I'll go to my 4
with
favorites.
The at the end letter boxed, bro. You've been letter boxed.
Okay,
boxed.
so Brian, in case you weren't aware, my 4 favorite movies on here are Memento, Blade Runner, Iron Man 1, and Infinity War.
Okay.
Those are the top 4 that I put on here.
Okay. So pick one of the 4 and say something bad about it.
Talk shit about it.
Talk shit about your favorites.
Hold on. Give me a minute. Or 2. Or 6.
Do you want me to go first?
Go first.
Okay. All right, let's go. I'm going to go with the movie Gremlins. Well, no, I'll go with Infinity War.
I was going to say, that's a hell of a start for you.
Because we all have seen Infinity War, right? And Infinity War is also in your top 4, so we can talk about yours as well.
And I'll probably agree with you on this, whatever you say.
So, Infinity War, we all talk about being, one of, if not the best Marvel movie that they've ever done. I will say something bad about it.
It's tough.
I think the thing that holds Infinity War back from being as crazy as it could be is not only the runtime, but the fact that it's technically a part 1 of a part 2.
Yeah.
So the pacing of Infinity War can be a little bit all over the place.
They did kind of stretch it so it is a 2.5 hour movie.
There's a lot of moments that we could have went through quicker or gotten rid of.
They probably well, no, I shouldn't. Never mind.
But yeah, so Infinity War, the pacing is a little bit off, but only because it's trying to set up Endgame.
Yeah.
It's also trying to have all of these previous movies connect into this. Like, we visit almost every location in Infinity War ever. We go to Vormir, we go to Titan, we go to Wakanda, we go to England, we go to fucking wherever.
But they could have done a lot more in that runtime.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff they could have changed, but only because of the runtime and the pacing.
And that's what I was thinking about saying, but I was like, I don't know if that makes sense. But
no, the pacing.
They for a 2.5 hour movie, they could have done more.
I'm not even gonna lie. If Endgame was on here, I'd also say Endgame has a little bit of a pacing issue. It's a lot of build up to get to the time travel, and then once the time travel starts, the pacing is like boom.
Yeah, the first 45 minutes is just them coping with the fact that half the people on Earth are dead.
Yeah, which is nice. I do like that they have that.
I like it too.
It does show us where the characters are at currently emotionally.
The pacing is just
it is
weird.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, I think to segue off of that, for me, in which movie? I think it's Endgame, where they kill off Gamora and Widow.
That's Infinity War.
Infinity War, Gamora, and in Endgame, it's Black Widow.
So I guess my hot takes would be for both of those movies. I think those deaths were handled so poorly, in my opinion, and how quickly we just kind of yeah, she's dead, move on, boop. I think someone brought it up perfectly. They summed it up how they killed both of the main women leads like nothing, and you really don't. With Gamora, at least, it doesn't hit you that bad during the movie up until you watch the Guardians movies. You're like, oh shit, Gamora's dead.
Okay, that I'll give you.
Oh shit, they just pushed her off the cliff. Oh shit, yeah, we just moved past that. It was.
Yeah, no, I will say when Gamora died in Infinity War, I got a little bit emotional, but I never cried. But I will defend Widow's death. The fight between her and Hawkeye, I was crying the entire time.
Hers was handled a little better than Gamora's. Yes,
but
I
do think
agree.
That might have. I was gonna say that might have been something they learned from the responses to Infinity War, but they were both filmed at the same time. So
I want to believe, and I could be right or wrong, but I want to believe that the Widow release, the movie release, also had a big effect on how you took this death.
Oh,
I think her solo movie was meant to be before or right after.
Her movie takes place after Civil War. Right after.
Right, but when was the movie supposed to be released? Because I know it took a bump. It took some delays due to COVID. It even got released.
Honestly, I think it was supposed to be like I think it was still supposed to be pretty deep into 2020 because we were supposed to get WandaVision and all the shows, and then I think Widow was like the second movie that was supposed. I think we were supposed to get Eternals, and then
Yeah.
And then a Widow. Right. So her
Yeah.
death should have at least still been fresh in our minds that within that same year. So we would have kind of felt a little more for her with the first Widow movie. Anyways, regardless, my opinion is like they handled that very poorly.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just kind of my hot takes. Movies are great. Both parts were amazing. But yeah, that shit was like, okay, they're dead. Move on.
I got something now. We're gonna shy away from Marvel here. This
hard.
is a thing I have a problem with, and this applies to 2 out of these 4 movies: Memento and Blade Runner.
Mhm.
Those movies are the kinds of movies where you have to like have 100% of your focus on the movie, because if you look away or get distracted by anything for like a second, you will miss something and it won't make sense.
okay, yeah,
Which movies like that are good. They're good movies. Don't get me wrong, but it's hard to when you have to be focused on this movie.
Yeah.
Like you shy away from it for a minute, or even a few seconds or whatever, and something will happen. The slightest little thing will happen that will mean. You won't know that it happened, but you'll be like.
You'll feel lost.
You'll
Yeah.
feel lost. Like something, like now all of a sudden nothing is making sense.
Yeah, you're like, I'm missing something here. That
Or
happened
you're
a lot
missing
during
something.
Alien Earth when I would not wasn't
Because
paying attention.
that's the thing. Like Memento tells its story, which you probably heard me talk about the movie. Memento tells its story in 2 ways. There's color scenes and there's black and white scenes. The color scenes all play backwards. They play scenes backwards. So like they'll play one scene and they'll switch to the black and white because the black and whites play forward. So you'll play a color scene, then you'll play a little bit of the black and white, then you'll switch back to color, and that next color scene will then lead into the last color scene that you just watched. It's kind of because the main character has short-term memory issues, and he's trying to find out who killed his wife, and gave him that. You find out who it is at the beginning, but it tells the story backwards in color and forward in black and white, and in the end, it all meets in the middle.
Oh, that's
And it all comes together, and you learn a lot of things about the characters throughout that you're like, you didn't know, and then all of a sudden you get to the middle of the movie at the end, you're like, holy shit, like that's
it all comes together.
it all comes together,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Oh, yeah.
if you miss
big.
any of it, like some of the smaller, things, details, you'll be lost.
Yeah, it almost ruins the whole movie for you.
Yeah,
It sounds
it's
like.
the same thing with Blade Runner. Now, Blade Runner tells its story, front to back, like it's supposed to. But that's another one that you really. That movie, it's fun. Here's the thing: the funny thing about Blade Runner is that movie was so hard to decipher for when they first were making it, when it was first coming out, that they added in for the American theatrical release a narration.
Oh, yeah.
A Harrison Ford narration to try to clarify a lot of stuff, which Harrison Ford thought was stupid.
He didn't wanna do
He
it.
phoned in the narration.
Oh god.
But does the movie work better without it? Yes, but you really have to pay attention.
Yeah, no, because I watched Blade Runner with you and I did not.
Did I show you the one with the narration or without it?
No, I think it was without the narration.
I think I showed you the final.
But I also don't remember because we watched 3 movies that day, and we watched Pulp Fiction first. Then you showed me Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Then we watched
a
Blade
good movie.
Runner.
Fight Club's a great
Dude,
movie.
Blade Runner was tough to get through already, and we had already watched these
Yeah.
2 fantastic movies.
Blade Runner.
You need a week to digest Fight Club, bro.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
the
no, that
fuck?
took me a while. I was like, what the fuck is that? I already knew the twist going into it.
Blade
but
Runner.
still, like, I was like, what?
Blade Runner
happening?
is great, and Memento is great, but those little details that you miss are gonna completely throw you off.
So Fight Club is just like that too.
Yeah, Fight Club is the
difference
same
with
way.
Fight Club is that Fight Club is enjoyable all the way through.
Yes.
And then the shit that you miss just makes it that much more better discovering later
Yes.
on. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Like I'll
shit.
I'll be
Like
on, I'll be
rewatch, yeah.
honest. I'll be honest. Blade Runner. Here's another negative thing. Here's the thing. Blade Runner has a lot of slow sections.
Yes.
There's a couple. There's a
Yes.
few sections in the movie that are slow burns,
Yeah.
like Alien Earth. Alien Earth.
You're never gonna finish that show.
I'm
are
never
you?
gonna finish.
No, you're
Alien
never gonna
Earth.
finish that show. Which is
I'd rather
fine.
watch grass grow than Alien Earth.
Damn.
Brian, you got something?
No, I don't. I think it's
No.
bullshit.
Okay. Well, do you have anything like for your favorite movie that you have something bad to say about it? Like Space Jam. Say something bad about Space Jam
Something
right
bad
now.
about Space Jam?
Say something bad about it.
Damn, the way it ended, I think, was just more like a promotion for Michael Jordan's baseball career than it really was a fucking right ending for the Looney Tunes and the Squad and all that stuff. Like, I mean, you look back at it now, and a lot of people's like, yeah, it's very touching, especially with the Flyaway song, and it's wrapping up his story, but like, it was a whack ass ending.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They didn't slam the ending.
No, they did not. They did not slam the ending. I was when I was a kid, I thought he was gonna like start losing the game, and then the Toon Squad was gonna join him at the baseball game. It was something crazy, something a lot more crazy. But yeah,
they were supposed to make a bunch of sequels after that. They were supposed to make a movie with Tony Hawk about skateboarding, and they were gonna do a skateboard competition. They were gonna do golf, and I think it was gonna be Tiger Woods, but then he had a scandal.
We don't talk about what happened with it.
And then I think they were supposed to do a swimming with Michael Phelps or some other famous swimmer.
That would have been fun.
They had so many other sequels planned.
Back in Action was pretty good. I mean,
yo!
I love Back in Action.
Brendan Fraser,
yeah,
and then Matthew Lillard talking to animated Shaggy.
It was pretty
crazy.
good.
Craziest crossover of my life.
I know it was not received as well as Space Jam, and I don't think it did too good in the box office when it came out. But like, it was a movie that I watched a couple times afterwards. Like, this movie wasn't that bad.
Ah, yes, the blue monkey.
The blue monkey.
The blue monkey. I will turn everyone in the world to monkeys. Oh wow! Oh wow! It was basically Austin Powers meets Space Jam.
Back in Action felt like a live
Looney
action
Tunes
episode.
Back in Action with
Yeah, I
Brendan
watched it with
Fraser?
you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did, bro. Fucking dude, that movie is just Austin Powers.
That
with
movie is
Space
so
Jam.
good.
It's beautiful.
The Walmart plug in the desert.
Oh yeah.
Well, this place has everything.
Wow. All right. And I actually think that's it for this episode. We've gone to an hour.
Woo!
Look at that, another long episode.
Look at that.
So, Josh, you want to close us out, or anybody got any closing statements?
No.
Other than I can say what my least favorite podcast is, this one.
Oh God!
Oh,
I can tell you. I can tell you two of my least favorite people.
good.
He pointed at us. Those wondering.
Oh yeah. For those that can't see us,
Which is nobody.
all of you.
Which is nobody. You're not allowed. You can't look at us.
yeah, you need to pay us a fee of $20 to look.
Well, that's gonna do it.
Yeah.
What are some hot negative takes you have? Put them in the comments. Let
What
us
do you
know
think's
what they are.
overrated?
What do you think's over? How do you feel about the Star Wars?
How do you feel about Chick-fil-A? Tell me about Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
And Star Wars. There's a hot take.
Chick-fil-A and Star Wars. Now you better
Is
not.
Luke Skywalker a bitch?
But
Who knows?
if any of you put Taco Bell as
Yes.
if any of you put in there the Taco Bell is F tier, we will find you.
yes, and we will ban you off every social media platform that ever exists.
Yes, we will report you to the FBI,
We'll delete your MySpace.
the
page.
Food Bureau of Investigation.
They should sponsor us.
The FBI?
No, no Taco Bell, bro.
We're watching. The FBI
Well,
is
why
watching.
not
They
both?
already know.
Why not both?
Yeah, FBI already heard everything.
They
we
would have
said.
reached out.
Oh yeah, they heard us already. They're just waiting for the right moment to arrest us. Anyway, yeah, put them in the comments. Any negative thoughts you have? Any negative thoughts about anything? Music, movies, this podcast.
Ooh.
Me, him, Brian, anybody. So yeah, put them in the comments on the episode, or leave us a comment, or or write it to us on the Fongy Corporation Instagram, which is at the Fongy Corporation, or send us an email at thefongycorporation@gmail.com. That's THEFONGY corporation@gmail.com. I almost forgot the @gmail again.
Yes, you did.
Haven't done that in a while. But yeah, if you want to write on the Instagram, just know that Brian Blanco
That's
is
me.
our socials president,
Yeah.
and he finally has access.
Yes.
Actually, if you go to the Instagram right now, there's probably a post of some tier lists
Yes.
that we may or may not have done on episodes.
You know what?
Curious to what the tier list looks like.
You know what I thought so
Yes.
too. You know what? So, since we're talking about negativity too, anti versions of us.
Mhm.
Anti Brian is White, right? His name is Brian White.
Yes.
So what would his name be?
Brian White.
But that's just his name.
Well, yeah, because this is not anti Brian. This is Brian Blanco.
It would be something like Ryan Negro or something like that.
Ryan Black.
Shane Black.
Shane Black.
Sean Black.
Sean Black.
Heidi Moneymaker was Super Soldier 3.
Anti Sean would be Edward Sean Cassidy.
Where's Sean Cassidy?
Nothing else would be different.
Well, way to out my middle name like that. Damn.
No, actually, the big thing is that your Jewishness would be a lot stronger.
I would fully have like the yarmulke,
You'd have the white shirt,
the curly
the
dread,
curly-
like
yeah.
little by the ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and yeah, and then
Or he'd be a white
and then
supremacist.
I'm not even gonna get into anti-me because
'Cause
you don't
he was
want
anti.
to know about anti-me. I am anti-me actually.
Yeah, you're anti yourself.
I don't know where the real Josh is.
None
but-
of us do.
Anyway, that's it. We'll see you later. Next week. What are we talking about next week?
Something.
Okay.
Positivity. No, I don't know about.
Yeah.
I don't like being positive on this podcast.
We don't do
Yeah,
that.
from
Whoa. We don't do that.
wait.
from here on out, this is a negative podcast. We are only going to talk bad about things.
You're listening to the negative Nancy's.
Yeah.
2 blueberries in a jar.
Hey.
Anyway,
We'll work.
bye. We'll see you.
See ya. Thank you, Brian, again.